Hi everyone, I'm Katie. I am SafeBar Network social media manager. I'm here today with Mike, who's one of our awesome facilitators. And we're just wanting to chat a little bit about SafeBar Network and what those trainings look like. We get lots of questions in our DMs all the time about the trainings. And so we decided to start this series where we're just sitting down with our facilitators and answering your questions for you. So thank you so much for being here, Mike. And we'll just hop right in with my first question, which is, what is one misconception about bystander intervention that you wish more hospitality teams understood?
That it's complicated, or that you have to know exactly what to do. That's not it. In fact, I think it's one of the more important things that our training tends to focus on, that it's actually everybody can do something, even if that something is just passing it along to somebody else to recruit them in to help. But the simplest little thing can sometimes have a huge impact, especially by interacting sooner and not hesitating, not pretending like you're not seeing something problematic and waiting for it to go away. Instead, acting in some gentle way that is consistent with what we're already in that space for.
How do you approach training when staff feel overwhelmed or maybe unsure that stepping in actually is their responsibility?
I try to bring it back to why we all work. Most of us are working to pay bills in some way, shape, or form, and we choose the work that we do. A lot of people who are in the service industry are choosing it because there are ways to engage with the service industry while it's still fun, and you still get to interact with humans, but you can make money doing it. And to combine those things, ultimately, our guests, whatever space we're in, it doesn't matter what kind of space it is, they're there for an experience and we're there to provide it. In theory, the better we provide that experience, the more money we get paid. And in practice, a lot of the time, especially in a tipping culture, that's the way that it goes. So it behooves us to have those interactions with guests and to frame it in ways that benefit hospitality workers and guests simultaneously. And I really think that the training does an excellent job of focusing on those connections. I think that's what draws people in, even when they're hesitant.
That makes sense. How do you help staff feel confident about stepping in when something doesn't feel right, whether that's with customers or even with their coworkers?
This one, I think it's hard to describe what it is that I think I'm doing. I feel like it's very much part of the experience of the training. It's already so well designed and set up. I love what Haley put together, and a lot of what I'm doing is just connecting who I am and what I've been through to the things that overlap with the training itself as I'm going through. So I think, would you please repeat the question so I can have a little more clarity?
Yeah, absolutely.
I started getting off topic because I love hospitality. I love doing these trainings, but sometimes that happens. That's why I have note cards.
Yeah, just like, why do you think that this training is successful at empowering staff to step in with confidence?
Because it makes the tools accessible. In the process of the training, it makes the tools accessible to them. You can start off thinking, I don't know what this is going to be. A lot of the time, the first few minutes are hard to engage, hard to understand how people are going to engage. And so we try to set the tone a little bit and then invite people to participate and encourage them for that participation. Understanding that each little step matters. Even if all you do when you are trying to interrupt something is, hey, can I get anybody something to drink? Do you need a refill on your water? If that's the only interaction you can muster, that can sometimes be everything that's needed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's always my go-to when I'm at work and see situations, is just sometimes interrupting the behavior, even if it's about something totally different. That's all you need to do in order to disrupt a problematic situation. Yeah. Okay, so I just have one last question for you, and it's the question that I've been asking all of the facilitators. But what is the most important thing that you want every staff member who takes the SafeBar Network training to walk away with?
Someone has their back at work. I have their back, regardless of whether they're at work or not, and that they can do it. That's it. We all can do it, and we have to have each other's backs in it. And that's, I think, a lot of what the SafeBar Network provides. We help people see that their team has each other's back. And the way that management shows up often, the way that management is showing up in the trainings themselves, their participation itself. All of these things reinforce that we're in it together, and that the best way out of it is to have each other's backs.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that. And to the management piece, I mean, the fact that you're offering your staff this training just goes to show you that they do think that this is important and valuable, and they do want you to know that they are there for you. So I think that's, spot on.